I made this video back at the beginning of April and lost the recording because my life has just been that hectic. So, Miss Jill Scott, and she debuted a new album in February and it is fire. So I sat with the lyrics of the entire album, but specifically, I'm gonna go ahead and be great. Why not? Right? Sat with that for a little while and thought about it, and I realized I needed to be honest that at that time I wasn't feeling great. This has been a season of transition for me. Not only packing up my home and putting my life and belongings into a storage after 15 years of living in one place, but deeper than that. My work is transitioning, my businesses are transitioning, and the landscape around the work that I do is shifting in real time. And I know that I'm not alone in this because a lot of Black women right now are navigating something very similar: job loss, contracts slowing down, consulting work drying up. You've heard the news. Over 600,000 Black women exited the workforce since January of 2025, overwhelmingly not by choice. Now, it wasn't because we suddenly became less skilled, but because the system is recalibrating. Now, I'm going to just say it plainly because you all know the truth. There was a moment where racial equity and justice work were resourced. People made commitments, institutions, private and public, were talking about this work. And I saw actual movement. I was engaged in some of the progress that was happening with city governments, towns, counties, states, and even at the federal level. And now we're watching a correction, a pulling back, a quiet and not so quiet step away from that work, erasure. And Black women are feeling it because we have been at the center of that labor. We've been designing it, leading it, carrying it, and now in many cases, being pushed out of it. So when I say I'm in transition, it's not just a personal transition. It's not just at the personal level, it's structural. And then there are the personal realities that are layered on top of that during this transition. Looking at finances, watching contracts come to an end, applying for roles and not really getting traction, carrying the responsibilities of supporting my parent, making decisions that align with my values while also being very aware of what actually pays right now. Because let's be real, there are ways that I could pivot that would likely bring in more money, but that would require me to step away from the values that shaped my work, that shaped my reputation. And I know I'm not the only Black woman sitting with that tension. Do I stay aligned even if it's harder, or do I shift to survive? That's real. And then I come back to Jill's words: this road be high and low. Because that's exactly what this is. This road is not a straight line. This life is not consistent and it's not predictable. And I think sometimes we don't really name that enough, especially for Black women. We're expected to be steady, strong, resilient, to make it look like we always have a plan. But this road we're on right now, this road be high and low. And then she says, I got hurt sometimes, child. That's the way it be. I won't give up on love and never on me. That line carried me through because if I'm honest, there are moments where I feel the pull to give up on myself. to question everything, to wonder if I miscalculated. But I keep coming back to this. Not giving up on myself is a decision, it's a choice. And maybe that's what being great looks like in this particular season. Not performing excellence, not necessarily being on top, but refusing to abandon yourself, myself, in the middle of uncertainty. And let's be clear about something because I need Black women watching this to feel seen. What you're experiencing right now, it's not just you. It's not just your resume, it's not about your effort. These are structural shifts happening. Political shifts, economic shifts. If you ask me, I think it's retaliation. But historically, Black women have been pushed to the margins when systems contract. We've seen this before. After Reconstruction, during economic downturns, in moments where power reasserts itself and wants to be on top. This is not new, but what is also true is that we have always found ways to rebuild. Now, this rebuilding is not easy, nor does it happen quickly, but it's intentional. So, I want to offer a few things that I'm practicing right now and that helped me get through. These aren't necessarily solutions, but these are ways to stay steady in the midst of the transitions. So, practice one, stay with yourself. When everything feels uncertain and your mind wants to run and run ahead, go to worst case scenarios like, what if I run out of money? What if nothing works out? Instead, put your hand on your chest, breathe, and say, I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm still moving. That brings you back to the present. And the present is where your power is. Now, for practice two, contain the spiral. I don't know about you, sometimes I can spiral out. So give yourself 10 minutes to think through your fears. Set a timer and write them all down, write them all out. Then, when those thoughts come back later on, after that 10 minutes, the next day or whenever, say, I've already made space for this. I've already thought through this. And what this does, this gives you space to be in the present and not have your mind run all day on your fears. Okay? And our final one, our third practice, is called ancestral witness. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take time to picture the women who are behind you, part of the past. Women who navigated instability far greater than this. Women who were denied literacy, who were denied property, who were denied safety, who lived through the violence of lynching and the KKK, who still created life and still built community. Now, you're not starting from nothing. Recognize that you are continuing something and let that steady you. So, in closing, no, I wasn't feeling great, but I understand Jill's question differently now. I'm gonna go ahead and be great. Why not? Not because everything is working perfectly, not because it's all going my way, but because I'm still here and I'm still showing up. I'm still choosing myself and I'm still choosing not to abandon what I know to be true. And if you're in a season like I am, where things are feeling uncertain, where the ground feels like it's shifting, know that you're not alone and know that you don't have to feel great to keep going. I'll see you in the next one.